10 woodworking items that sell. This video will show you some great woodworking items that sell well online. Several of these can be found on one of the best places to sell handmade products, Etsy. Why sell online? One of the best things about hobbies is that they are an awesome creative outlet for people. They allow us to do things that we don't consider work and have fun. But there is a way to take some hobbies a step further. You could turn your hobby into a business. I like to mountain bike and build things all the time. Even home improvement projects are fun for me. But these are not a business and they certainly don't make me much money. The thing is though, some people have figured out a way to make money selling stuff that they make from their hobbies. Just take a glance at Etsy and you will see all kinds of stores selling woodworking items. And a lot of it is legit too. People are actually making a living doing stuff like this. Now obviously the percentage of people making a lot of money is quite small, but that shouldn't deter you from being interested. You could do this as a side hobby, or just to have some skin in the game. Who knows, you may find a side of yourself that you didn't know existed. You might be really good at Etsy, or running a Shopify store, etc. You might start a real business. If you are interested in selling something you make online, then you should check out this list I've curated. It is about all kinds of projects you can make to sell online. I've sold some of these items myself and it is quite fun to make a few sales. It's exciting that someone would actually pay money for something that you created. It makes you want to recreate that feeling over and over. Before going into the video, discover the world's largest database of 16,000 woodworking projects with step-by-step plans even if you don't have a large workshop or expensive tools. Click the first link in our description to get access to the plans. Now let's get into today's video. 1. Painted flags. I wanted to include this one first because I actually made these for a while on Etsy. They sold too, but I quit making them because I decided to focus on other things. Looking back, I wonder if I shouldn't have stopped making them after all. It seemed there was some opportunity there. I sold several of these New Mexico flags. I also had other states like Texas and Colorado. Some of the more intricate designs were difficult to produce, so I raised the prices on those. I made them on a special order basis, meaning I didn't make it till after someone had made a purchase. It took me about a week to produce, and no one seemed to mind. This distressed look is popular across Etsy. I used cedar boards and simple acrylic paint, then I sanded it down a little to distress it, rubbed a darker stain over it, and applied a clear finish later. To determine how much to charge, you should account for materials and time to make it. Regarding the second factor, it is intensive work making a painting like that, so don't skimp on your price. 2. Shelving. This is a simple and straightforward woodworking idea that lends itself to all kinds of customizations. For example, there are several different styles that you can go with. Modern, industrial, classic, farmhouse and rustic. And the list goes on. There are also several different designs that you can go with. I also made some shelves when I was selling on Etsy. They were made out of some reclaimed wood that I got my hands on. It eventually ran out, however, so I had to quit making those as well. It was pretty easy to make because I didn't have to do much to the boards except smooth some rough edges and clean it up nice. The brackets I made separately and sold separately as well. 3. Entryway Organizer. Most people like to have an entryway organizer. This usually consists of some coat hooks, a few shelves, and some other storage features that help organize keys, letters, and other items. If you choose to go this route, then try and find a way you can put a special spin on it. They are relatively easy to make, so it would be a great way to get started. 4. Wall decor. We already covered the painted flags, but I think it is worthwhile to mention other wall decor opportunities. There are many. Wall decor is a popular item for buyers on Etsy. And you can go down so many different paths with this category. A couple ideas off the top of my head are wooden arrow/chevrons, any type of boards with painted design/names, wooden shapes, etc. These large Scrabble tiles go on the wall and you can use them to spell out names similar to a Scrabble board. Now I wouldn't condone copying that idea, but it should get your mind churning around a little bit. 5. Candle holder. This is a specific idea, but it is a good one nonetheless. The reason I like this idea is because it is very simple and good for a beginner. And you can combine it with selling other crafts, especially if you happen to make candles. This product consists of one block of wood nicely finished. And then they paint it on an attractive and modern design. This obviously required a little skill, but it is not too advanced that someone couldn't do it if they wanted to. 6. Wooden clock. By wooden clock I mean a neat wood design with a mechanical clock mechanism. There are tutorials out there to actually make the clock mechanism from wood, but that is definitely not what I mean here. You should be able to find clock mechanisms on Amazon or some specialty stores. Definitely online somewhere. You can paint any type of number scheme you would like along with many combinations of wood behind it. Use your creativity and make something interesting. 7. Coat rack. A coat rack goes along with some of the other categories I have already mentioned, but it is more specific. They used a good-looking piece of wood to make this attractive. There is not reason that you can't do the same. 8. Phone holder. A phone holder can be used in the kitchen when you are cooking or another place like a desk where you need to be able to see it while doing something else. It doesn't necessarily have to be a phone holder, but could hold a tablet instead. You can add different spaces and trays to make it unique. There are a few different styles of this product on Etsy, so browse around some and come up with something useful. 9. Serving tray. It seems like a serving tray is usually used to adorn a dining table in the middle with some centerpiece. There is nothing wrong with this, but you should keep that in mind when designing one. You could go with this weathered paint look or something more classic like a finished oak. Plus there is no limit to the types of shapes that you could do with this. 10. Step stool. The types of step stools on Etsy are usually used for one of two purposes. There are kids step stools and adult ones for something like using in the kitchen. The kids step stools are generally for in the bathroom to help them reach the sink. I think this is a neat product to try and build because it is so functional. Of course some step stools are just one step instead of two like this one. It is up to you how to do it. If you are real industrious you can make a couple variations and sell each one of them. And don't forget to check out Earth's largest collection of 16,000 woodworking projects by clicking the first link in our description. If you like the video then make sure to hit that like button. Also if you want more woodworking tutorials please consider subscribing our channel for more contents every day. Thank you for watching and let me know what you think of this video in the comments below.